looking down there, not a tear was shed by Mam, which to say is a surprise is an understatement. Dad alluded to it there, but I'd just like to mention how delighted Aoife and I are to have Adeline in our house, and ever since she arrived, she fit in so well. So much so that she had no problem when she arrived first sitting in any chair at our kitchen table. So just some background information, in our house, I'm not sure if it's by accident or by design, we tend to sit together for meals. We all seem to have our own chair. So I arrived home from college, dirty clothes, everything, you name it. And Adeline was sitting at my place. So out of courtesy, I didn't want to make a scene, but I politely asked her to move. And she had no problem in skirting, which is great. But Adeline, now that I suppose you're part of our household, I would have absolutely no problem with you sitting on Aoife's chair anytime. As I mentioned earlier on, there are a lot of messages here. I don't really have time to go through them all, but off the top of my head, there are a few which deserve a special mention. And first one that comes to mind is our grandmother, Mama Martin, who is in her 90th year and would love to be here, but unfortunately she can't attend. And also her son Noel, who is back in Roy Hill, minding the fort, and they will send their best wishes to Kieran and Adeline, and wish them a happy life. Well, the next person who I'd like to call on to say a few words is the groomsman, not the best man. What's that? No, best man. I'll give you a little intro. For those who don't know Colm Lyons, he's very unassuming, shy, doesn't really like attention, hates attention. He won't really like me doing this, building him up. He doesn't really like the limelight. So I won't keep you too much longer. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Bravy's finest, the man himself, Colm Lyons.
I don't know if that's true what Owen is saying, but we'll have a roll at it anyways. I just want to say I'm absolutely honoured and privileged to be up here with Adeline and Kieran today. I don't think there's anywhere else in the world I could be beside the pair of yous on this special day. It means absolutely everything to me. I met Kieran first when he was 9 years of age in Braefy National School. He decided to join the school I was in. He had a major impact on my life straight away. The first day I met him, he actually robbed my best friend. I spent a few weeks walking around the playground, 9 years of age, wondering exactly what I'd done wrong in my life. Until Kieran decided after a few weeks he was going to befriend me. So from that day on we really hit it off, and I think we're soulmates as much as you can be. We spent all our youth together. We kicked ball for years. Unfortunately for Kieran, when he was 14, his footballing career came to an abrupt end. His father Tom was the manager at the time, and he left the management position. That's actually a true story. So now he's an avid supporter. I know he's an All-Star medal from Boston, but you know the Americans will give you anything over there. Apologies. We spent all our awkward experimental years together. Remember when we were 16, Marion and Tom, they dropped us up to Sligo for the first time in our lives. We were led away from both our parents. 3 days later we rocked back into Castlebar. The two of us had dyed our hair blueberry. Kieran was wearing a pair of outrageous yellow tracksuit bottoms. I had an equally outrageous pair of red tracksuit bottoms. And I think it wasn't long before we realised in Castlebar that we were more or less kicked out. We'd made a lot of mistakes along the way. But hopefully those mistakes, I think they're gone past us at this stage. I don't know if Adeline knows this story, but myself and Kira, we're very close. And only once in our lives have we ever had bad words together. And it was over a girl, unfortunately. And that girl was actually Adeline. We're in Boston. Kieran was living in Boston at the time. I went over to visit him. We were after a night out. We were having a few drinks. We came home. It was a bit of tomfoolery. Kieran made a smart comment. I picked up a cushion. I threw it at him. He ducked. It missed, and it hit a picture. And the picture was Kieran of Adeline. And the picture hit the ground. The picture smashed to bits. And within 30 seconds, I was literally out the back door, middle of Boston, locked out, winter, freezing my... And it was then I realised, and it just hit me, that I was now taking the back seat to Adeline Gray. And I'm pretty happy to go over the reins, because he was getting tough in his later years. But I just want to say, like, when I met Adeline first, and in the couple of years that I've known her, she's honest, she's sincere, she's graceful, and she's definitely a lady. And I think the pair of you together, you just gel together. I don't think I've heard a bad word between you since I've known you. I think how smoothly today has gone down is basically an example of how their relationship has been. It's a sail in the park. They get on so well. And I just want to wrap up by just wishing you all the best for all the rest of the years of your lives, and enjoy them.
Thank you very much, Colin, for those kind words. I swear I won't slag you ever again about that. Just gotta roll with the punches. All joking aside, he is actually a very good friend to Kieran, and we've had some very good moments and memories in our house in Braithwaite with Colin Lyons, myself, Kieran and Dad, and I hope it continues. Before I introduce Kieran, as I mentioned, there are a lot of messages here from a lot of people, which I will get to, so don't worry if you're thinking, will I mention such a song, I will get to them. But before Kieran speaks, there actually is two very important messages from people I know who you personally will be very appreciative of it. And I think it's testament to them that they got onto you today. The first is from one Barry Moran. Barry, who don't know, he just lives down the road from us. He's a good friend of our house, and he says, to Kieran and Adeline, best of luck on your wedding day, and I hope you have a very happy life together. I would love to have attended, but I wasn't invited. I wish you all the best for the future, Barry Moore. Yes, I'm not bitter. And this one is, I think, very close to your heart. It's from ex-Mayo footballer, your own namesake, Kieran MacDonald. MacD writes, to Kieran Adeline, best of luck on your wedding day. I wish you many happy years together as husband and wife. I would have loved to have attended, but I can't say that I know you. Nevertheless, I wish you many happy years together. All the best, MacD. P.S. Kieran, much to your dismay, I will not be returning to Mayo anytime soon. Please stop emailing me. So, before I reveal all about the man of the moment himself, I'd like to stand up and say a few words. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to my brother, Kieran Martin.
Thanks a lot, Owen. Even though Joe tried to rob it, I'm going to still say it. That I'd like to start by saying, on behalf of my wife and I, you're all very, very welcome here today to Coach Hotel to celebrate our wedding with us. And it means so much to the two of us that so many of our family and friends can be here with us today. We really appreciate the effort that everyone has made. We really appreciate the effort that everyone has made to be here. People have travelled from all over Ireland. They've come from Glasgow, from London, Boston, Chicago, India, Castlebar, Castlebar. And just to everyone, thanks very much. Go away as well, yeah. Thanks very much for the effort. And also for your very, very generous gifts. While I don't actually want to start individually thanking people that were involved in the wedding today, there are a couple of people that we just have to mention, namely all the staff here at Coach Hotel, Patricia, Lewis and all the crew. They've been so helpful and accommodating, not just today when they served up a lovely meal, but also in the run-up to the wedding, and we're very grateful for everything you've done. For those of you that already know the Green family, you know that they're really into their music, and they can play a tune or two, especially the two boys, Joe Moore, this is Joe Bug. And I'd just like to say that I thought the two of you were fantastic today in the church. Joe played the whistle during the communion, and Joe Bug played the flute during the signing of the registry. Both of you are excellent, and we're so lucky to have that kind of talent available to us. So thanks a lot, guys. Of course, not to be outdone, the Martins had to get in on the act. And my sister Aoife sang that beautiful song at Communion Reflection. Thanks so much for that, Aoife. Actually, Aoife was kind of nervous about singing in the church before today, but she obviously enjoyed it because she came straight up to me afterwards, said she loved it so much to ask all my friends that are getting married if they're looking for a wedding singer to look her up. There you go, Aoife, there's your little plug.